Hi friends, welcome to my channel Pharma Knowledge by Satyanarayana Siadri. So earlier we have discussed about a few of the topics in pharmaceutical industry of API manufacturing industry like pharmaceutical analysis, data integrity, OOS, solubility, what is a validation, data integrity again briefly, and equipment qualification, CAPA, water by KF, what is an API, titrations, ISH guidelines, about optical rotation, specific optical rotation, change control, and cleaning validation pharmacy industry, and what is a PPM, and a description in laboratory, how the description has to be performed in laboratory, and the quality risk management, part 1 about basics of the QRM. These are the few topics we have covered in earlier sessions. So today our topic is GMP. సో మనం ఈరోజు జిఎంపి గురించి తెలుసుకుందాం. ఇన్ దిస్ చాప్టర్ వీ విల్ లెర్న్ అబౌట్ వాట్ ఈజ్ ఏ జిఎంపి అండ్ గైడ్లైన్ రిఫరెన్సెస్ ఆన్ ది జిఎంపి అండ్ what is the importance of GMP in a pharmaceutical industry. These are the points we will cover today. So first, basically we should understand what is a GMP. GMP by the abbreviation stands for the గుడ్ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ప్రాక్టీసెస్, అంటే మంచి తయారీ పద్ధతులు. బేసిక్గా మనం మాట్లాడుకున్నది ఏపీ ఇండస్ట్రీ. ఒక ఏపీ ఇండస్ట్రీలో ఎటువంటి మంచి పద్ధతులు, తయారీ పద్ధతులు ఫాలో అవ్వాలన్న దానికోసం ఈ గైడ్లైన్, ఈ డిస్కషన్ అంతా మనం చేస్తాం ప్రజెంట్. సో కమింగ్ టు ద మ్యాటర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఏ సెట్ ఆఫ్ గైడ్లైన్స్ అండ్ రెగ్యులేషన్స్ దట్ ఎన్ష్యూర్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ pharmaceuticals, food and cosmetics, which are manufactured and quality controlled to meet specific standards. సో ఇదేంటంటే ఒక సెట్ ఆఫ్ రూల్స్, గైడ్లైన్స్, రెగ్యులేషన్స్ ఉండాలి. ఎందుకు? టు ఎన్ష్యూర్ ది ప్రొడక్ట్స్, ఎస్పెషల్లీ అవర్ ఫార్మాస్యూటికల్స్ ఏపీఐ మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చర్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఎటువంటి పద్ధతులు ఫాలో అవ్వాలి. ఎందుకు? ఫైనల్లీ ఇట్ షుడ్ మీట్ ది క్వాలిటీ స్టాండర్డ్స్. That is the reason we have to follow the good manufacturing practices. This is the definition part about GMP. And here I have given a simple slide to understand easily the GMP in 10 basic steps. And out of 10 there are 4 M's, 3 SOP, 2 labels, 1 D is nothing but document. Let us see what are the 4 M's. It is the first one is a mission, second one method, third one material, and men. Again, what are the requirements for the mission? What are the missions we are using in the manufacturing as well as in the laboratory, testing laboratory? It should be properly in a qualified manner. It should be qualified thoroughly, like from the URS to DQ, IQ, OQ, PQ, finally requalification process should be there in our facility. And the equipment must be equipment and instrument which we are using the manufacturing industry must be qualified in a proper way. And I have made one PPT presentation in my earlier class. You can refer about this qualification part. And the method. So what are the methods you are using? Maybe process method or analytic method or cleaning method or computer system. It should be validated properly. Again, the validation, there is a big chapter, and I have given some of the basic understanding on the validation part in my earlier session. You can refer, and we will discuss more about in future. So the methods, process or cleaning method or computer system should be validated in a proper way. And coming to material for testing and release. So receipt of the raw material to release of your API. The raw material receipt, how it will start actually from the vendor qualification. Vendor qualification start అవుతుంది. So the material we are procuring from the out of the site, we are receiving from the vendors. It should be in a qualified manner. We have to inspect the facility, we have to qualify the facility, then we have to procure the material, quality material. Then again in-house we have to test raw metal or packing metal. We need to test in-house with the approved standard STP. and we need to release. And after release, no, the production will take the material, they will manufacture our intermediates. Again, there some in-process samples will come, and finally our intermediate analysis, finally our API analysis. So these are the cases, no, where we should have a qualified vendors, we should have, and we should have a validated methods, test methods for the testing of these materials. And finally coming to men, so personal, who are the personnel involving in the manufacturing, as well as nothing but no, from the receipt of the raw material, warehouse, from the warehouse, production, quality control, again quality agents, the personnel, what is the minimum requirement? It will start from the recruitment to final retirement of that employee. Means minimum education, what is the requirement for the education, experience, training, and induction training, again periodical training sessions, like on job trainings, GMP trainings. So the personnel should be qualified in a proper way before executing the any of the operation in the manufacturing industry. So like no, we should have a clear cut requirement for the machine, method, material, and men. Coming to third step, SOP, prepare. We should have to prepare, follow, and record. It means every activity, we should have a procedure. We should have a procedure in place for the each activity which we are performing in the manufacturing industry. అంటే మనం ఏ పని చేసినా సరే మన మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చరింగ్ ఇండస్ట్రీలో ప్రతిదానికి ఒక స్టాండర్డ్ ప్రొసీజర్ ఉండాలి. తర్వాత ఏం చేయాలి? వీ హ్యావ్ టు ఫాలో ద ప్రొసీజర్ విచ్ వీ హ్యావ్ రిటర్న్. ఏదైతే మనం రాసుకున్నామో ఆ యొక్క ప్రొసీజర్ని మనం ఫాలో అవ్వాలి స్ట్రిక్ట్గా. తర్వాత వీ హ్యావ్ టు రికార్డ్ ద అబ్జర్వేషన్స్. సో బై ఫాలోయింగ్ ద SOP, we have to record the data, raw data, metadata. There are a number of activities, and we will discuss more in detail in future. So we should have a procedure in place for every activity. We should follow the procedure strictly, and we should record the observations from the following the procedure or instructions. And next, label, identification, and status. So everything in the manufacturing industry should be identified by label, whether it is a material or a equipment or a instrument, even a person also. It means a ID card. So everything should be identified by label, and that label should contain status. By this label we can understand, we should understand, we can understand, no, it is approved, or it is under quarantine, or rejected, or in process, or under process, like that. We should have an idea, we should have contents on the label to know these are the status from the date of manufacturing or retest date, like no, everything should be covered in the label. This is very very much important for the who are the customers, no, they will see the label. By the label they must understand from where the material come and what is status, like no. So very very important. And finally, D is a document. If suppose these all the activities that we have, there are we have discussed 9 points, 7 plus 2 9. If everything is in place in the manufacturing industry, suppose we don't have a document, then these all become zero. So that is the reason document is very very important. Good documentation practice. For the document, we should have a good documentation practice. For that, our regulatory bodies have given some of the guidelines, no, about this is a basic, very very important ALCOA++ guideline. Coming to abbreviation part, it is attributable, legible, contemporaneous, original, accurate, consistent, complete, enduring, and available. And already I have discussed about data integrity in my earlier sessions. I have posted 2 videos, data integrity 1 and data integrity 2.0. If you have, if you want to detailed information on the ALCOA plus data integrity, you can refer my previous classes. Okay. So we have discussed now about description, definition part, and after that we have discussed about basics on GMP, and now the session topic is a guideline reference on the GMP. So there are more guidelines about the GMP. Every regulatory body they have a guideline. ICH, it is a Q7, Good Manufacturing Practice Guide for the API. One guideline, after that US FDA guideline, then EMA guideline, then WHO guideline, and our CDSCO Indian regulatory body Schedule M says about this GMP. So these are the guidelines on the GMP we have. You can refer those for the more details and information. And coming to importance of GMP in pharmaceutical industry, it is very much important. Why we discuss this topic? No, this is the reason. We must understand what it will do. The GMP will ensure the product quality. It ensures the products are safe, effective, and meet quality standards. What it will do? It will ensure the product quality. ఆ మెడిసిన్స్ అన్నవి పేషెంట్కి సేఫా కాదా, ఎఫెక్ట్గా పనిచేస్తాయా లేదా, అండ్ క్వాలిటీ స్టాండర్డ్స్ మీట్ అవుతాయా లేదా అన్నది ఎన్షూర్ చేసుకుంటుంది జిఎంపి. నెక్స్ట్ కంప్లైంట్స్, అండ్ ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ టు కంపెనీస్ కంప్లై విత్ ది రెగ్యులేటరీ రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్. ఇట్ హెల్ప్స్ టు కంపెనీ టు కంప్లై విత్ again we need to comply the regulatory requirement, then only we can sell the product to the market. Very much important. And product quality and compliance. And third point, customer confidence. It builds trust with the customers and regulatory agents. The GMP will do no build a trust with the customers and regulatory agents. If we are following this GMP, by looking the document, by seeing the document, they will understand, yes, this company is providing a good product to the market, and trust will be built. And finally, it reduces risk. GMP reduces the risk also. It minimizes the risk of the product contamination, mix-ups, and errors. And this, by following the GMP, it will minimize the risk of the product contamination. When we are following a good manufacturing practices, no, we will give a safe and effective and quality product to the market. So this is about no importance of GMP in pharmaceutical industry. And finally, our motto is no, by following GMP guidelines, companies can ensure the quality and safety of their products, protect public health, and build trust with the customers. Simple line, you can understand no, the GMP importance in a single word or single line. By following GMP, అంటే GMP guidelines కంపెనీస్ ఫాలో అయితే కనుక మనము ఒక మంచి క్వాలిటీ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇవ్వగలుగుతాం. అలాగే ద సేఫ్టీ ఆఫ్ దేర్ ప్రొడక్ట్స్, అంటే సేఫ్టీ ఎవరికి, పేషెంట్ సేఫ్టీకి. అగైన్ వీ నీడ్ టు ప్రొటెక్ట్ ద పబ్లిక్ హెల్త్, అండ్ ఫైనలీ వీ నీడ్ టు బిల్డ్ ట్రస్ట్ విత్ ది కస్టమర్స్. దిస్ ఇస్ ద about no GMP. Very much important point. Our aim is, our motto, our vision, everything linked to this point. GMP is very much important. Why? Because this is the reason. And finally, friends, I hope you will understand today's topic about GMP, basics on GMP. We'll discuss more in detail in future classes. So this is my channel. If you have to learn more, you can refer my previous videos and learn something. Always know, knowledge by skill is equal to success. When we have a knowledge, when we have a practical skills, then only we can succeed in the society. Thank you. Thanks for watching my channel. And please share to your friends. They will also have some knowledge. So thank you.